The Walmart Tylenol trip that turns into 45 days in jail. The false accusation that can change everything. All right, here we go, guys. Let's dive in. Hi, guys. Welcome back to The Baseline. Thank you so much for joining me today. So here we go. Let's dive into this. It's crazy. So imagine this. You walk into a Walmart looking for Tylenol, and 45 days later, you're in jail for kidnapping. Yeah, in Georgia. So Mahendra Patel didn't get a receipt. He got felony charges. And here's my question for you guys. If one accusation can do that to an innocent man, what do you think it does to a real victim that's trying to be believed? So it's the justice system equivalent of leaving milk out in the sun. Now, this isn't just a local Walmart drama story. This is about how a single false accusation can ricochet across the entire system and make it harder for actual victims of crime to get justice in the United States, the UK, Canada, Australia, everywhere. Because once that trust is gone, it's not just Patel paying the price. It's every victim who walks into a courtroom after him. Now, here's what we're going to dig in today. How a misunderstanding at Walmart, the checkout line, turned into a legal mugging. And why false accusations don't just hurt the accused, they sabotage every real victim shot at justice. And how our modern headlines now, facts later culture turns a false claim into a global PR disaster. Now, first, if you ever notice how the accusation always gets the big headline, but the exoneration gets printed like it's an apology note from your phone company. Dear Mr. Patel, we regret to inform you that you're not actually a kidnapper. Our bad. I mean, what is that? But let's set the scene first, okay? So it's March 2025, Acworth, Georgia. Patel, 57-year-old guy, Indian origin, minding his own business. He sees a mom and a toddler in an aisle, politely asks, hey, you guys happen to know where the Tylenol is? And the mom freezes and the child shifts, and Patel, like any decent human, reaches to steady them. But in their eyes, that's not a helping hand. That's an attempted abduction. Now, the police arrive. The charges: attempted kidnapping, battery, and assault. And the media, they didn't even hesitate. The headline was child abduction attempt at Walmart. And the internet, well, that's where the keyboard court started handing out life sentences. Deportation, prison, cancel culture's version of the death penalty, so to speak. But then the tape comes out. The surveillance footage shows no abduction, no nothing, no intent, no snatch, no assault, no battery. Just a man trying to find Tylenol without knocking over a toddler. By August 6th, prosecutors dropped the charges in less time than it took to scan a bag of chips. It probably took longer than it should have anyway. But Patel walks out a free man on paper. But here's the part that matters. And this is where it hits globally, right? False accusations aren't just a one-off mistake. They're like oil spills. They spread, they poison, and it takes years to clean up the damage. Now, every false accusation erodes public trust. And that means the next real victim in London, Toronto, Sydney, Chicago gets greeted not with sympathy, but with some underlying suspicion. And suspicion is a defense lawyer's best friend. Now, imagine that you are the victim and you've been assaulted, you've been terrified, but you've seen what happens when someone gets caught lying. You've seen the headlines, the hashtags, the podcasts tearing it apart. So you decide to stay quiet. And while you're protecting yourself from disbelief, the real predator is still out there. Meanwhile, police and prosecutors are burning hours and resources on ghost cases, on false accusations. That's time that could have gone to tracking down actual threats. In the United States, that's already a system stretched thin. You think the UK's Met Police or Canada's RCMP have extra hours to waste? Come on now. Now, here's the cruel twist. And when a false claim blows up, public sympathy shifts. So instead of rallying behind victims, the conversation becomes about protecting the accused from false charges. Now, yes, the wrongly accused deserve protection, absolutely. But when that dominates the narrative, the quiet, real victims get drowned out. It's like if one athlete faked an injury and suddenly we stopped giving crutches to anyone with a broken leg. So it's tough, right? And it's the fire alarm analogy, so to speak. The first time it goes off, you run. The second time, you still run, but the 10th, you're like rolling your eyes. And the day there's an actual fire, you don't move. And that's when people get hurt. False accusations condition us to ignore the alarm. And that is a gift to predators everywhere. Now, Mahendra Patel, he got lucky. There was a camera there. But what about the people without cameras that don't have proof they didn't do it? What about the small town man accused by someone everyone believes? Or the woman whose assault gets side-eyed because remember that Walmart thing that happened or this other guy that got accused? That accusation has become the conviction. And the verdict? Just a footnote. Until we figure out how to protect both the innocent and the victims, justice is just going to keep playing a whack-a-mole with the truth. And the next time we need to talk about how this exact flaw in public trust is being weaponized, not just in courtrooms, but in politics, media spin, and global diplomacy, it gets nuts, right? Now, because of the Patel case, that's just a warning shot. He got lucky, he got out, but there's so many people that are victims of false accusations, and it takes away from what happens to the real victims of violent crime, of sexual assault, of battery. Those are the people that need the justice and need the help. And anytime we take away the focus from that is just insanity. I hope some charges get filed against this lady. She deserves to have charges filed against her. Not just for what happened with Patel, but in the name of every actual victim that gets hurt by a real criminal. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next round of the Baseline. Cheers, everybody.